Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Gulf Intelligence Daily Energy Markets Forum as we kick off the first week of the new season. And welcome back some of our regular commentators. Happy New Year, everybody. The year begins, although it is the 18th of January, but nonetheless, it doesn't start until Gulf Intelligence says the year starts. So it now begins. Peter McGuire, CEO of XM Australia, welcome back to the table, Peter. My question to you is, as you give us your sort of crystal ball outlook, are we still caught in the cycle of glass half full, glass half empty, week to week? We're still in these gyrations, but just perhaps in a slightly higher bandwidth. Instead of 40s, we're in the 50s in oil.
Well, good morning, Sean, and good morning, panelists, and all the best for 21. Lovely to be here. So, yes, it's certainly edged higher, and building on Omar's theme, Crude has had a wonderful move to the upside over the last, say, 5 to 6 months, Sean. It's been, it hasn't been one-way traffic. For a couple of months there, it went sideways and oscillated, and we had very little movement. But now in the 50s, where we run over the next matter of weeks is going to be very interesting. Does that US dollar edge back up to the 92s, 3s or 4s? We had a low last week, or the week and a half at 89.2. So well off the 103 that we experienced in March of last year. So that's the first part. Does equities creep up further? What impact does it have from the shale side? Do they really come back to the table? And where's Biden going to play on all of this with his overarching views as far as green energy and the production internally in the States?
Peter, another big narrative that was present in 2020 that one would imagine will continue in 21, but the flavoring might be different. I'd like to get everybody's views on the flavoring of the Biden administration. So China was seen to be fighting sort of rhetorically with everybody last year in the South China Sea, with the Trump, with the US administration, with Taiwan, with Australia, your own country. What's your outlook for that posture and the impact it may have in 2021?
First off, I'll answer it as far as domestically here, Sean. I think it's just going to have to, how it performs over the next 3 months, whether we see some form of, I would suggest relief, or is this going to be ratcheted up even harder on us? Because, from wine producers to many different commodities out there, there's about a basket of about 7 or 8 that have been certainly ambushed and treated very severely. So maybe we've got to look for new markets. That's a domestic side from Australia. Now we move to an international side. Let's get through that this week. Let's see what falls out of it as far as the Biden administration and what their policies and procedures moving forward. And we'll see something, I think, within the next week, their viewpoints as far as China. And do we see a change of theme, or is there an undercurrent there that is going to be maintained? This is a transition, Sean. We're going from, if this rolls across in the inauguration and everything goes well, then it's a different theme. It's a different theme dramatically. And so I just want to get through that and really look at, within the next couple of weeks, how we roll into 2021, because I think there's some unfinished business that has to be put on the table. And if we get through that, then we look forward.
Peter, your closing thoughts on where the year is going?
Well, Sean, where's it going? I'll put the towel over my head, look at the crystal ball and try and come up with an answer. I want to get through I want to get to the end of this month to see whether it's a smooth transition. We've gone through a major, globally over the last 13 months has been nothing short of incredible. It's the only pandemic I've ever lived in. I'm 61, so I sit here now looking at it going, let me just...
You as a trader must be saying, let's have a pandemic every year, because my God, it's wonderful for financial assets. Rock and roll.
Absolutely, Sean, it's been incredible. If you didn't make $1 trading in the last 13 months, give it away. So it's been one-way traffic for so many different markets. Omar saying, that US dollar cratered, everything went to the races, equities. You made a fortune out of commodities. You've done incredibly well when you're looking at some of those equity plays and the crude oil market. So let's have a deep breath. Let's look at where we are, and I think we're going to get through this week. I'm still looking at it going, let's just get through Wednesday and we get a clear indication. I'm not sure what the hell's going on in America at the moment.